Hello everyone. So now we discuss the DR BDR theory. So now we will do that one. Here I have the router R1, we have the router R2, we have the router R3 and we have the router R4. So we have four router here. We are using one switch here. We can use any switch. I use the dummy switch from here. If you see here, this is a Ethernet switch. This is a dummy switch. It will not consume any RAM. We can take this one. I taken that one here. And I take this router. You can take this one or any one router. I taken the four router here. So what I will do, I will start all four router and we are going to start the configuration. So we need to configure OSPF here to check the DR BDR lab. So what we will do here, let me write here whatever IP schema we are going to use. So here this one R1, so this site I will configure 192.168.1.1. Okay, here I will use 1.1 this side, and here wherever I have this one 1.2, and here I will use here 1.3. here means this place. Let me move this here. I am going to assign this IP to this interface. Here 1.2, 1.1, 1.3, and let me make copy of this one. Here 1.4. Okay, so this is the IP schema. We are going to use this one in this project. This is a DR BDR lab. We are going to check who is going to become as a DR and how we can change the role of that guy. So let me take the console of R1, R2, R3, all console. So R1 is okay here. So I will take the console of R2 also. Let me take the console of R2 and console of R3. Console of R3. We have R3 also. Okay. Now this is a R4. So we will take here. We have 4. Okay. Okay, so now we will do the configuration. Configuration is simple, just we need to enable the OSPF here. Configuration is simple, just we need to enable the OSPF. So how we will do that one? Easily we can do in the notepad or directly we can type also. So we need to assign the IP also. First of all, we don't have any IP. Let me check, do we have any IP? Show IP interface brief. We don't have any IP address. So we need to configure. Let me take the notepad. Configuration is simple, just we need to assign the IP address and do the OSPF configuration. DR and BDR Lab. R1 configuration, enable config T host name R1, and then what we will do, we will write interface fast Ethernet 0x0. And what is the IP we are giving? IP address 192.168.1.1, 255.255.255.0, and we will write no shut here. Okay, this one. Okay, so this is okay. R1 configuration is okay. I will write this hyphen here, and this is also hyphen, so this command will not execute. Remove this space, make this here. Okay, this is a R1 configuration. Let's enable the OSPF. How we can enable the OSPF? We can write router OSPF 1, then we can go inside that interface fast Ethernet 0x0, and we can write IP OSPF 1 area 0. Okay, so this way we can enable the OSPF. So what I will do, I will copy the same thing, I will divide this page, and then I will paste here, and here I will put 2. Here also I will put 2, and here also I will put 2. Okay, this is R2, and this is the IP address for R2. This interface is same F0x0, so here also F0x0, here also F0x0. Okay, so now R2 is also finished. Now we will do the configuration for R3. So for R3 I will paste the configuration. We will change this as a R3, this one also R3, and here also R3. The remaining configuration will be same. If you see, this is a router OSPF1, interface is this one only. If you see for R3, where is the R3? Let me minimize this one. This is a R3, this interface only. R4 is also having this interface. So let me divide this page. We will copy paste the configuration for R4 also. So we will do here R4, we will do this one also R4, this is also R4. So this one is good. We have the R4 configuration. Now we can copy paste the configuration. So let me take the R1 configuration from here. I will copy this one and let me go here in the R1 and let me make big here. Okay, this one R1, here I will paste the configuration. So I paste the configuration, everything is good. Let me take the R2 configuration from here. I will paste this in the R2. Okay, so this is the R2 configuration. Let me take the R3 configuration from here. I will take, this is the R3 configuration. I will put here this one. And then we will take the R4 configuration. This is a R4 configuration. I will go here and I will paste this configuration here. So this is a R1, R2, R3 configuration. We copy paste in all the router. Now we need to check the DR and BDR. How we can check that one? I will show you. We can write here show IP OSPF neighbor. With this command we can check. If you see here, we will get here. Still they are loading, so it will take some time. After that we have, this is full we will have here. Now they are in this state. But now in this lab we are focusing on this one. If you see, this guy is a DR. Who is this guy? This is a 192.168.1.4. okay, and other guy is a DR other. Okay, so now this is also loaded. So let me check again. I will write here show IP OSPF neighbor. Again, now we have the loading state full. So 2 become full here. Anyhow, I am here in the R1. Okay, I am inside the R1. I am checking who is DR and who is BDR. How we can check? We will write show IP OSPF neighbor. With this command we will check. When we write show IP OSPF neighbor, what we are getting? We are getting neighbor ID. Neighbor ID is nothing but router ID. We have the router ID 192.168.1.2, 1.3, 1.4. We did not give the router ID. Automatically router taken that one. How they taken? They check the logical interface. We don't have logical interface. Then they will check the physical interface. We have only one physical interface. So he taken the physical interface IP as a router ID. So by seeing this one, we can say if we have 192.168.1.4, that is a router 4, as we give this IP to router 4. And if we have 192.168.1.4, this IP we give to the router 3. And if we give 192.168.1.2, we give this IP to the router 2. So by seeing this one, what we can say, router 4 is a DR, router 3 is a BDR, and other router is a DR other. So how this will happen? Because first they will check the priority. All guys is having the same priority. Then they will check the highest router ID. This guy is having highest router ID. After that, this one, first highest is this. Compared to this one, this is the one value less. So this guy will become as a DR and this guy will become as a BDR. But we cannot see one because we are inside R1, so we cannot see our ID, our detail in same router. We need to go in any other router to check that one. So I will go in the R2, and in R2 I will type that command. What command we will write? We will write show IP OSPF neighbor. So when I write here show IP OSPF neighbor, R1, this is a 192.168.1.1 is a DR other. So R1 is not a DR or BDR. R2 is also not a DR or BDR. R3 is a what we can say backup designated router. R4 is a DR. And how it is become? How R4 is a DR? Because of the router ID, high router ID. 1.4 is high compared to 1.3 and 1.1, 1.2. That's why this guy become. But imagine if your manager told you, imagine, let me show you here. Your manager told you R4, this one is a old router. Your manager told you this is a very old router. this router should not become as a DR and BDR. Okay, let me check, someone is joining now. So imagine your manager told you this router is the old router, this router should not become DR or BDR, R4. So we will change the priority. We will change the priority to 0. And your manager told you this R1 is a good configuration router. So this router should always become as a DR and BDR. So we will change priority as a 200 or whatever priority we want, we can give that one. So we need to do that one now. So let's do that one. What we will do here, we will go in the console and we will check where is our R4. Let me move this here up. In the R4, which interface? Fast Ethernet 0x0. Okay, so same interface we use, but anyhow I will write interface Fast Ethernet 0x0. Then we will write IP OSPF priority. Okay, I will write IP OSPF priority, and in that one what I will do here, I will put question mark here like this. So we can give the priority from 0 to 255. If you give 255, this guy always as a DR. But as per your manager, this router is very old. This guy should not become DR and BDR. So what we will do, we will give the priority as 0. So this guy will not participate in the election. He will not become DR or BDR. Okay, with this one is finished. Now we will do the R1. As per manager, R1 should be always DR and BDR. So I will go in the R1, interface Fast Ethernet 0x0. Why Fast Ethernet 0x0? This interface we need to check which one is having the OSPF here. So this one I will go interface Fast Ethernet 0x0. I will write IP OSPF priority. What priority? We can give 200 also. I will give 200. Okay, now after that we can check show IP, what we can write, show IP OSPF neighbor. Okay, so if you see here, still it is not changed. This one is changed. Okay, for R4 it is changed, that is priority changed to 0, and this guy become as a DR other. So this one is good, but for R1 we cannot check here. For R1 we cannot check here. So we will go in the R2 and we will check here. So I will write here show IP OSPF neighbor. Let me make this big. So what we are saying, we write here show IP OSPF neighbor. So here if you see here, this is a 1.1 means this is a router 1. Priority is 200. But this guy is DR other. This should become as a DR, but still he not become DR. So we need to clear the OSPF process. So we will do that one, no issue. And if you see, for the R2 we make 0, so that take effect. So that is okay, no problem. But this one is not clear, so we need to do clear IP OSPF process. So it will change the effect. So clear IP OSPF process, and we will write yes. It will reset the OSPF, and then we can check what is happening. Let's see here what it is showing, because it go down, it will come. Anyhow, we will do for all the router clear IP OSPF process. Yes, in the all router we will do this one. Let me do here also clear IP OSPF process. Right, yes. And then here in the R4 also we will write clear IP OSPF process. Right, yes. So now we can check. If you want, I can check in the R3. We can verify show IP OSPF neighbor. Still they are loading, so we need to wait some time. It will take some time. Okay, still no need for now. So I will write here show IP OSPF neighbor. Okay, so now it is okay. After clearing the OSPF process, if you see, R1 is having the priority 200 and he become DR. R3 is having the priority as a 1, he become BDR. Why R3 become? Let me explain here. Let me take this GNS3 screen. If you see, for this router we put priority as a 0, For this router we put priority as a 200, and here priority is a 1, and here also priority is a 1, and we clear the OSPF process. When we clear, this guy become, when we put 0, he will not become DR and BDR, he will become DR other, this will become, and this guy will become DR. So now we have the BDR. So maybe this guy or this guy, this both guy can participate, and they can become, one guy will become as a BDR. So who is going to become BDR? They both are having the same priority. So they will look the router ID. This is the router ID. So who is having the high router ID? That guy is going to become as a BDR. So R3 is having that one. So R3 is going to become as a backup designated router. If you see here, this is a R3. R3 become backup designated router here. R3 become backup designated router. R2 we put the 0. That's why he is a DR other. And R1 is a DR. So this way we can verify. Whatever theory we learn, we verify this one. So let me show you what I wrote in our notes also. Same thing, we change the priority by using these commands, and after that let me show the configuration. Same configuration we use, and same commands we use. Show IP OSPF neighbor to check who is having the DR and BDR. Here I explain the theory. If we observe R1 router, that is with IP address 192.168.1.1 become as a DR, and R2 become as a BDR. Why? Because we configure first R1 in this lab, what I done in the packet tracer before. That theory I wrote, same thing what we discussed. So we will write here clear IP OSPF process. After that they will check, and whoever is having the higher router ID, that guy is going to become as a DR. So this guy become as a DR here. After that we increase the priority, then we reset, so that guy is going to become as a BDR. This one just now what we check. So this way whatever we discuss here in the theory in our notes here whatever we discuss here, we prove that one with the help of this lab. So let me stop this recording.